The news summary. Good evening. President Wever Ramkalawan today hosted his first public meeting in the district of Belombre. President Ramkalawan says the aim of these meetings is to give people the opportunity to ask questions and to get a clarification on their uncertainties, as well as to find out what the government has planned for the second half of its mandate. The president thanked the residents of Belombre for dedicating their time to attend the meeting, and he promised to answer all questions asked. Representatives of 15 African anti-corruption agencies are meeting in Seychelles for the first time as part of the 13th Commonwealth Regional Conference for Head of Anti-Corruption Agencies in Africa. The theme for this year's conference is Uniting Commonwealth Africa in the Fight Against Corruption. To officially open this 5-day conference, President Wever Ramkalawan has called for collective action to combat corruption. President Ramkalawan also outlined current gaps that exist in fighting corruption globally.
For while those involved in corruption can recruit top international lawyers and even launch media campaigns to bring down and accuse the government of witch hunting, you can easily find yourself at a disadvantage. But fight corruption, bring out the truth, and get those responsible to face the judicial finish. We have to keep doing for the sake of our children. In your discussions and drafting of the Seychelles communique, set ourselves a challenge. 1, please remember that corruption is not only about bribes. People, especially the poor, get hurt when resources are wasted or diverted. That's why it is so important to understand the different kinds of corruption that infect our society and develop smart responses. 2, give power and voice to the people. Suggest and create anti-corruption pathways that give your citizens relevant tools to engage in helping you identify priorities, problems, and find solutions. 3, cut out some of the red tape. Bring together formal and informal processes, government and non-governmental groups to change behavior and monitor progress.
And the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Patricia Scotland, was also present for the opening of the conference. In her statement, she said that tackling corruption must be a priority of the highest order because it undermines the ability of countries to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030.
We are constantly fighting those who conspire against us. And it is our opportunity to bind together and create a conspiracy of our own, the conspiracy of the just. And our present circumstances, with social and economic resources increasingly overstretched, and pressures being faced by all our governments and our people, making building integrity more important than ever. The UN calculates that the global cost of corruption is $3.6 trillion each year. The global proceeds from criminal activities are estimated at between 1 trillion and 1.6 trillion per year. Every year, $1 trillion is paid in bribes, while an estimated 2.6 trillion are stolen annually through corruption, a sum equivalent to more than 5% of global GDP.
The healthcare agency has rolled out a new system for the way it notifies and registers births and deaths. The announcement was made in a press conference this afternoon. New forms have also been introduced for both births and deaths. Additionally, there will be parallel reporting by health officials to civil status and to next of kin or parents declaring the birth or death. The health policy analyst, Dr. Sanjeev, said that the changes follow international best practices.
There will be a parallel communication going from the maternity to civil status saying, yes, there's been this birth, but it remains the responsibility of the parent to do their duty and declare their child within 30 days. There will be a reminder sent at day 15 if they have not yet declared the child, and past 30 days there will be the civil status officer will help register the child provisionally. With regards to deaths, in the past we had one certificate of death that a doctor issues, both details about the death itself as well as the cause of death. This will be split into two now. There will be a notification form which is issued immediately upon declaring somebody dead to the next of kin, whereas the separate form will be produced for the cause of death, and we're calling this the medical certificate of cause of death. This will not be issued to the family. This will be communicated directly to civil status by the medical practitioner.
The Supreme Court will rule this Thursday if the Valabji couple's application for Chief Justice Govindon's recusal from two cases against them is a civil or criminal matter. The decision might impact on an application for leave to appeal by the couple, Mukesh and Laura, against Judge Buran's decision not to allow them to present further evidence to support their case for recusal. The two cases they are asking the Chief Justice to recuse himself from is the anti-corruption case and the arms and prevention of terrorism case. In court this morning, the defense team argued that the recusal demand is a civil matter, and the prosecution says recusal in a criminal matter is a criminal issue. Appeals are allowed during civil case proceedings, but in criminal cases, one must wait until the final decision to appeal. The Office of the President today announced the appointment of Filian Ernesta as the Principal Secretary for Blue Economy, effective as of the 1st of May this year. This appointment follows the recent appointment of Kenneth Rakompo as ambassador. Ms. Ernesta has 18 years of professional experience in public service. She joined the Blue Economy Department as Director of Maritime Boundary Delimitation. Previously, she assumed the role of Interim Director General of the Policy and Program Management Division, and in January 2020, she was confirmed as the division's Director General, a position she has held until now. For secondary school teachers that are doing their bachelor degree in education at the University of Seychelles will be doing their internship program in Mauritius. During a ceremony this morning, the 4 teachers received their flight tickets and other documents that they will need during their one-month internship program. The aim of the initiative is to give the students international exposure to improve their teaching techniques. They are the first group of UNICEF students to benefit from an initiative, and they will leave the country on the 17th of May.
It takes us closer to successfully attaining one of our strategic objectives, which is to offer to our students an international exposure within their program of study. At UNICEF, we believe that there should be an international component in all our programs, either through work-based experience, internship, exchange, or even spending a good part of their training in another country.
And that's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the Creole News Bulletin. Bye for now.